You've been lied to. Turns out that popular culture isn't a recent invention. In fact, its origins are around 2,500 years ago. Hi, I'm Honest Engine, and as your honest search engine, I'm going to correct the misconception that popular culture is a recent invention. Now, when I say popular culture, you're likely to think of your favorite movie, your favorite actor or actress, or perhaps social media. But in fact, our popular culture today had its origins in 500 BC Greek culture. I realize it might seem like a bit of a stretch to claim that today's pop culture really started 2,500 years ago. But let me explain. Athens was a Greek city-state that was known for its education, philosophy, and also democracy. Now, philosophy had some impacts on today's pop culture, but the really important part was the democracy. The Greek democracy was a little different than today's, but it still instituted some of the basic ideas of today's democracy. And that's the really important part, because without the democracy that we have, we likely wouldn't have the pop culture that we now experience. So unfortunately, Greek culture was really lost for about 1,000 years until the Renaissance. And the Renaissance is important in its own way. It wasn't really important to the common people because a lot of what happened in the Renaissance didn't filter down to them. But the important part is that people began to rediscover those Greek ideas and philosophy and kind of expound on them and create their own little changes. And that brought those ideas back up to the forefront for later changes. Then, a few hundred years later, is when the Industrial Revolution enters the scene. Now, this is when the common person gets to enjoy the fruits of the Renaissance. Because of the advances in technology during this time, the average person became richer and began to enjoy the wonderful thing called leisure time. Time has always been a valuable resource to people, and before the Industrial Revolution, people would have to spend their time working in order to support themselves. But after the Industrial Revolution, because technology got better and people became a little richer, they had that opportunity to have leisure time. And leisure time is what allowed pop culture to exist. But pop culture needed something to spark it, to get it going. And that thing was business. Businesses were smart. They knew that they could capitalize on this newfound time and money. So they created mass marketing. And that is what led to the eventual creation of today's pop culture. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with my latest videos answering your toughest and most interesting questions. Thank you.